Life with Kia. I'm your girl Kia. Today's video is about suicide. I did a poll vote on my YouTube channel on Instagram, Everyday Life with Kia. So if you're not already, please follow me. If you have an Instagram account, please follow me on Instagram. Everything I do on my channel, ideas, and when I film, I always keep you loves updated on what I'm doing. So if you are interested in helping me any of my ideas or being a love on my channel, please follow me on my Instagram account. Follow me on this amazing journey. So I'm going to read the poll votes that I got. So, have you ever had thoughts of ending your life? 67% of people said yes. 33% said no. Do you think being suicidal or attempting to kill yourself is selfish? 52% said yes. 48% said no. Have you ever attempted to kill yourself? 31% said yes, and 69% said no. Do you ever have thoughts about ending your life, but you want to live? 59% of people said yes. 41% of people said no. Has anyone you know died from committing suicide? 53% said yes. 47% said no. So after I did the poll votes, I realized I seen it, and it's a lot of people out there who were suffering in silence or suffering publicly, suffering inside, and we are more alike than you know about suicide. And it's a topic that a lot of people do not talk about. In society, we become so comfortable, too comfortable. Something happens, someone kills themselves, it's so big on the news, the next day act like nothing has happened. We need to talk about it. It needs to not be comfortable. We need to stop the stigma. It is real. Suicide is real. It's more real than you ever have known. People out there suffering. So we need to do what we need to do to prevent it. So this topic is really deep, and it literally, mentally I had to get prepared for this video. I know for a while that I had to film it, but yesterday was just so hard for me mentally to be prepared to the video. So I did some research to make sure I answer you guys' questions fully and everything. But first, before I begin that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel down below. Comment. Honestly, just join me on the journey. If you haven't already seen any of my videos, please make sure you check out the video of why I started a YouTube channel and what's my channel about. So that's everything that you know about my channel. But to sum it up is that basically through my videos, I'm educating others on how we need to spread positivity and just be there more for people. Just spread positivity. So that's basically what my video is. So please subscribe, comment, share this video, share all my videos. I'm on a journey to make the world a better place, and it starts with us. It starts with you watching this. Everyone can make a change for the better. So when I begin, first, what is suicide? Suicide attempts, being suicidal. First, suicide is an act of intentionally causing one's own death. Suicide attempt is when someone harms themselves with the intent to end their life, but they do not die as a result of their actions. Suicide attempt is like you were attempted to do it, but obviously you're still here, didn't fall through. Many suicides happen impulsively in moments of crisis, with a breakdown in the ability to deal with life stresses such as financial problems, etc. Suicidal thoughts, also called suicide ideation, where you're thinking about or planning suicide, and that's one of the votes I had. It was like 64% of people had the thoughts of it, but actually didn't go through with it. And later in the video, I would talk more about that because I go through that now. But here is an article from NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, learning more about suicide ideation. Someone once asked me, doesn't everyone who has a mental illness want to die at some point? With a puzzled look on my face, I answered, life and the brain don't work that way. Mental illnesses such as depression, bipolar disorder, and substance use disorders are certainly among the risk factors for suicide. But there are other biological, psychological, social, and environmental factors that can increase a person's risk for suicide. For example, a history of physical physical or sexual abuse, traumatic brain injury, chronic pain, and chronic health conditions. Other contributors closer to the time of suicidal behavior may include stress, adverse life events, and intoxication. Suicide is never the result of one cause, rather a combination of risk factors coming together, often in a context of stress and with access to lethal means. And while most people who die by suicide have a potential diagnosable and treatable mental health condition, most people with a mental health condition do not die by suicide. We have learned through research that people who have made suicide attempts think differently than a suicidal state. Their pain and desperation affect their ability to make decisions. Their brain isn't working flexibly, and they can't generate alternate solutions. They are hurting. They truly believe they are a burden, and their pain will never end. That doesn't mean they aren't motivated to live and be productive. In fact, among people who have made a suicide attempt, more than 90% go on living and engaging with life. That's why it's okay, even necessary, to reach out for support when suicidal thoughts occur. And if someone reaches out to you for help, it's essential to give the support a person experiencing suicidal ideation needs. So I got this site off NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness. I think it's like a nationwide thing. I think every state has that. So if you do want more research, I would suggest going to this website, NAMI, right here. This was an article on suicidal ideation, because a lot of people, there's different types of suicidal, things out there. But I really wanted to talk about suicide attempts, having suicide ideations, and suicide, and what can you do to prevent it or make it better, or to support those who are in a suicidal state. In my life, I have attempted to kill myself multiple times. The last time I attempted to kill myself was last year of September. I tried to jump off a bridge, of an expressway bridge. The very first time I ever tried to commit suicide was when I was in 8th grade. That's when all my illnesses and everything right there, that's where it all started. When I was in 8th grade all the way until now. When I was in 8th grade, I wrote a note to my family because I was going to kill myself. I planned it all out and everything. I wrote a note for my family, just telling them to not blame themselves and why I was doing it. I took 21 pills of different medication that was prescribed to my mom, anyone in the household, and also Tylenol, anything that I could see. I took 21 pills and I went to bed. I was in 8th grade. I went to bed hoping that I would not wake up, hoping that I would be dead. Wrote the note, took those 21 pills, and went to sleep. I woke up and I wasn't dead. I remember that day like it was yesterday. My mom just came back from shopping and told us to help us with the bags. I went downstairs and she ordered pizza. She got this pizza, and I could tell and look at my face that my siblings found the note and read it. I went to my room, and that's when one of them gave the note to my mom, and my mom called me in there and she was crying. And that's when my journey began with my illness. I went to the hospital, and I went to behavioral hospital for about almost a month and a half. And I almost didn't graduate 8th grade, but somehow, it happened. I graduated. But that didn't stop. That wasn't the end of my story. I'm doing a mental illness video, and in that video, I will tell you guys the illnesses I have. I just say depression, anxiety, because it's just easier for other people to understand, even myself, that there's other illnesses that I have. I want to discuss that in the mental illness video that I'm working on. But within my illness that I have, I would see things and hear voices. And it was bad. Just to tell me whenever I was down, it would tell me to do things to end my life. And I would do it just so those voices could stop. Just so the things that I was seeing could stop. And right now, when my depression and anxiety is really, really high, I still have those voices and I do see things. In my mental illness video, I will tell you guys all about that more. I'm not ashamed of my illness. This is who I am. There's things out there for the help, so I encourage anyone whose illness is getting worse to please get the help that you need. Everything is okay. We are humans. There's nothing different about us. It's just up here. You know, it's a battle within yourself every freaking day. But in the past, I have tried to jump out the window. When I was in school, I would tell them that I'm going to run across the street and get hit by a car. I have cutted myself just so, you know, I would cut myself, cause pain to myself, just so I could just feel the pain. I've been hospitalized 5 to 8 times in the past because of my illness and my suicide attempts. The last time I was hospitalized was last September when I tried to commit suicide. This is my life. It's not the end of it, but I'm not going to give up on myself. I am on medication now because medication does not cure it. It's not gone. But for me, it makes it manageable. It makes it livable every day to get up. That is why I'm on medication, because when my depression and anxiety is on a high, I have suicidal ideations. I have the thoughts and plans to kill myself and not wanting to die. So I was so scared, what if the next time it becomes high? What if I can't get up, and what if I kill myself? That is why I'm on a medication, because I don't want to die, and I cannot live with this pain forever, every day. So the medication has helped so far, and I thank God it has helped, because honestly, if it didn't help, I wouldn't be here today. I promise you I wouldn't be here, because it's an everyday battle. So anybody out there, if your illness is getting worse, please get the help that we need, because we need you here. Your life matters. Okay, whatever you're going through, it is not a forever battle. I know that it feels like that, but it is not a forever battle. We will get through this together. I don't want to go in depth with each of my attempts. I just want to give you guys a summary, you know. But I do have suicidal ideations to this day when my depression and anxiety is really, really high. I have thoughts of planning it out. That's why I got the medication, because I know I want to live. I do. I'm going to answer you guys' question that you have, and I'll still talk about suicide as well. Do people think the person that is suicidal is selfish? Yes, a lot of people out there feel like the person who commits to suicide and doesn't want to live is selfish. And honestly, my opinion, I do not think that it is selfish. Because the thing is, we obviously got into this world by ourselves. And when we die, we're dying alone by ourselves. We are not, when anyone is suicidal, we are not, when you really, really want to die and stuff, we are not thinking about our family members, people that we love and care about. We are thinking about ourselves. And at that moment, everything that we feel and everything. So I don't think that is selfish, you know. Of course, I understand why people feel that way, but honestly, I don't think that it's selfish. When people are suicidal, we are thinking about ourselves, and we're not thinking about how other people would feel, because people who are suicidal, and when we think about other people, that makes it hard for us to actually commit it, you know. So a lot of people, when they commit suicide, it's literally a thought, and you're figuring out, what the fuck do I do to end my life, and you're just doing it right then and there. But yes, people do think people who commit suicide is selfish. Being suicidal, that was just the question, just being suicidal. Honestly, what does it feel like? And for me, you know how we all have our days that we can't do it, or we can't even get up out of bed, or we just feel like, you know, we just want to give up. Let me tell you, this is different than the suicidal how you feel. When you are suicidal and you don't want to live, the feeling that you feel, you don't feel nothing, like you don't feel nothing like, damn, like if I were to end my life, how would it affect others, or what can I do to prevent it? We are not thinking of how to live. We're not thinking about how to live and how to go. We're thinking the most easiest and fastest way to die instantly. How it feels that we are nothing. There's no strength. There's nothing in us to keep going. So it is nothing. It's not how we feel like, oh, I can't get through this day, or fuck, I'm having a bad day, I'm done, I give up, I can't do this anymore. When you are suicidal, you feel like there's nothing that you can do to make this better. You feel empty inside. There's nothing in you anymore, no drive or nothing. So being suicidal, it's the pain that you feel within your emotions, and it's constantly tugging at you and tugging at you. So in order for those to go away, we think the most easiest thing is to end our life. That is what being suicidal feels like. That there is nothing inside of you that can go on. There is nothing, not even an inch of you that wants to go on. I know, and that just hurts me, because from thinking about people who has committed suicide, and when we feel that, we don't think rationally about the future and what's good ahead. And then so many people has ended their lives. How can I get through this? If you are someone who's having suicidal thoughts and it's never going away, or you're actually really, really suicidal and you want to die, how can you get through this? You need to surround yourself by people who love you, motivate you, and uplift you. Go out there and do things. Once your mind is racing and you want to be suicidal, you cannot spend time alone, because the thoughts will get worse. You go get the suicidal hotlines. I'll put everything in the description below. There's hotlines you can call 24/7. Go to the hospital immediately. Make sure you're around somebody. How can you get through this? Honestly, how can you get through this is continue to live and go out there and get the help that you need. Continue in the mirror to just motivate yourself that you could do this. Surround yourself by people who love you and will support you and won't let you feel that way, So how can you get through this is by living every day, and don't let suicide win. Ways of getting out of that state of mind, like the same with this last question, ways of getting out that mind is honestly doing things productively. When you're thinking negative and you have those thoughts, you need to think positive. And sometimes it is hard thinking positive. It's not the easiest thing to do. Go outside, take a walk, watch a funny video, spend time with people who make you laugh and honestly care about you and love you. So ways of getting out of that mind is being around positivity, doing stuff productively, never staying in the house. Do not be alone, because your thoughts will get worse, and we do not want that. What does it really feel like, and how do you come out of that place? Honestly, for you to understand how it feels like, you have to be someone who has had that feeling, who has wanted to die, and who tried to commit suicide. But like I asked before, what it really feels like, it's hard to explain what it really feels like. But it's not like a typical, if you have a bad day or you just feel like giving up or you can't do this. It feels like there is nothing left inside of you, not even an inch of you to go on. You're just here. You are just here. It feels like everything is everlasting. Nothing is going to end. The feeling, you feel it 24/7, and you feel it, and the easiest thing for you to do is to kill yourself. That is how it feels. That is what's going on in someone's mind that is suicidal. You have all your problems, everything in your head, what makes you feel that way at a certain time, and you're thinking about it nonstop, and you hate it. And you think the easiest thing to do is to kill yourself. And that's probably the easiest way that I can explain it. But it's literally that you are nothing. There's literally nothing left of you, not even 1 inch of you that wants to continue going on to make it better. It's honestly a feeling that I wish no one has. I really do. Why can some people come back from it but others don't and become statistics? It's because having suicide ideations, you just want the thoughts of killing yourself to go away. So a part of us wants to live, and some of us have the thoughts and actually want to live, like as me. That's why I had to get the medication because I didn't want to die, but I felt like the next time my illness became too high, that I was going to let it get over me and actually end my life, because those thoughts were just so fucking bad. So I think some people come back from it and some can't. It's honestly the drive that you have to live. And if you really want, and like there's literally no part of you and there's people around you that you can't go to be like, hey, I want to die, I need the help. And a lot of people who really doesn't want to live, some of us, we don't know the signs, and it's too late. Some of them do not want the help. Some of them definitely want to die. So that's why we need to know what to do to prevent it. Because honestly, I feel like the reason some people come back from it is the drive that you have to live, and the strength that you have for yourself, because it takes a lot from you. Those are all the questions. So I'm going to read what my friend said when he commented on the post. So I'm going to read that now for you guys, because I think that, I'm not going to put his name out there, but I just wanted to read what he said to you guys. This was for the question, do you think being suicidal or attempting to kill yourself is selfish? So he just wrote what he felt. He said, it's easier for me to just message this. Suicide isn't as damaging as it's made to be. To people that have experienced suicidal thoughts and even made suicidal attempts in the past, like myself, it's more of an implosion than it is a burden. It's more so thinking you're simply not good enough to carry and waste any more oxygen. It's a horribly lonely place to be. That's a place that if you were able to escape from, you still have that mental mark. But it's never the end. Suicide is more of a disease than a disaster. The thoughts aren't something that happens. The actions are something that happens. They are our very reality until something or someone forces us to look the other way, but still feeling like that true sense of dread is right there beside you. Sorry I had to type this out, because suicide is a very important topic to me, as having almost taken my own life, and the questions were jumping too fast for me to hit the right answer I wanted to. Then, as someone that has attempted, even though it was 2 years ago, and I'm in a much happier and more peaceful place, it's a staple for you. A place that even to this day I can have a rough week and question myself, am I worth it? If I go, will anyone care? That's why I thank God in all of his glory that I have my fiancée daughter, because no matter what, when I struggle with the world, the first thing I see when I come home from work or I'm sitting home dreading tomorrow is my daughter's smile when she sees me. There is always someone that emotionally relies on you, and I want your followers to know that. Strength isn't a privilege. Happiness isn't a privilege. It's a habit. Don't ever lose strength in yourself, and that's something that was hard for me to learn. There are really days where you might feel like nobody has your back, but they do. God has you. You have you. Your future has you. Life is what we make of it. And a phrase I'll never forget that my girl taught me. It's only on the blackest nights that we see the brightest stars. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to share that with you. What you said is really, really beautiful and true as well. We often feel like we cannot get out that state of mind. We feel like the obstacles that we are faced, there's no way out of it. And your thoughts become so strong. But it's not a forever pain. It's really not. And I know that we might feel like that, but we all have our futures ahead of us. Last year, our best friend committed suicide. Last year, June 2nd of 2018. Whenever I talk about it, I rarely do to people, but I say my best friend died. I never say that he committed suicide, because no one likes to talk about it, because you have all these questions in your head. But our best friend committed suicide. He didn't just die accidentally. He committed suicide. It is hard to relive these past, the memories, the moments, the history that you have. But he went up to the top of a bridge and then he jumped off. He didn't die instantly either. When I tried to kill myself last September, something stopped me and told me not to jump. And I know that was God looking over me. And I know that it was Troy. I kept telling myself, Troy did it. I could do it. Troy did it. I could do it. There's a reason I'm here today. And I'm here to help everyone. There's people out there hurting. People that you don't even know. People where Max good. And it's so crazy because I understand. It is so crazy. Troy, he didn't want to live anymore. He was done. There was nothing left of him. And everyone's like, I need answers. There's no answers. You gotta see it for what it is. He was hurting, and then he thought the most easiest way was just to end it because he had so much pain inside of him. He couldn't even really tell us. And he had so much pain inside of him. Whatever that he was going through, there was nothing left of him that wanted to live. I do understand because I was there, but I wish that I just got to see him for one last time. But I know that he is here today. I know that he is here watching. I know that he is continuing looking after us. There's those that you can't save. There's those that you cannot help. So that's why we have to, what can we do to make it better? What can we do to stop the stigma? What can we do to not ignore suicide? There's this one guy, I want to say he was walking the Golden Gate Bridge, and he said, if one person smiles at me or says something to me positively, I won't jump the bridge. No one did, and then he killed himself. We need to spread positivity and peace. We need to hug those, love everyone, because you never know what anybody could be going through. You never know. Troy, he was an amazing friend. He was in a nursing program for COD. He was a hardworking man. He was so funny. He was so goofy. And me and Troy would always butt heads, you guys. Always butt heads. Like, I know it was so hard for me doing this video, but I know Troy is just patting me in the back. Like, stop playing, girl. Do this. He was so fun to be around, and he had a really big heart. I wish you guys could have met him. I know that he would love to join one of my videos, but I know that he is here right now. And at the end of this video, I'll pay a tribute to Troy, videos and pictures of him. When my best friend committed suicide, he killed himself. There's no easy way out of that. It happened. And what can we do to remember him and keep his legacy? It's to help those that are suffering in silence. I went to this suicide walk of Chicago with some of my friends and family, and this would be after the vlog, either I'll show you guys videos and stuff of it. But it was amazing, and they had the memorial walk, like the memorial of people who committed suicide, and you'll see the video. And literally, I was putting Troy's picture on there, and as I was walking, I felt all the emotions. All those people who has killed themselves. I just started crying because it's just so sad to know that we really have to do better. We really do. Because ending your life is serious. Suicide is serious, and I want you out there to take it serious, to educate others out there. Even if you don't know people, let them know. I love your smile. You are amazing. Just a random thing, a random thought throughout the day. Anybody you come across, let them know that they matter. That they matter, because you never know what anybody's going through. Suicide is real, and I say to prevent it, we have to talk about it. We have to spread love. We have to spread positivity. Stop with the violence. Because there's people out there suffering right now to this day. There's people probably watching my video who are suffering right now. So I want you to know, if you're having suicidal thoughts that are not going away, please get the help that you need. Because we need you here. I need you here. We need you here to help us make the world a better place. I know it seems like what you're going through is never going to end. I have those times too. But you have to think about your future. Plan it out how you will get through it, and talk to people, because we're not meant to go through anything alone, and you need to know that. None of us are. You're not a victim for wanting help. You're not a victim for saying that you want to end your life. Speak up. Get the help that you need. Your life matters. You need to know that. I love you, and I hope that you guys took a lot from this video. And I'm sorry that I was just crying throughout the whole video, but this is really a rough topic, and I hope that I answered all the questions that you guys wanted to answer. I want you to know that your life matters. You are amazing. You are beautiful. I love you. So please continue to educate others. Love everyone. Treat people how you would like to be treated. Enjoy the next video after this. I share a little vlog of the suicidal prevention walk that we went to, and the tribute I did for Troy. I just want to say, Troy, that we love and miss you so much, and I know that you're out there looking after us, and thank you. I know you're in a happy place. You're no longer suffering, but I wish you were here with us. And if anybody else who has lost someone, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss. We gotta continue going on for the person in our life that has committed suicide. We need to spread positivity. We need to live on for them. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope I answered you guys' questions. And if you need any more help or anything, please contact me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and enjoy the other videos. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Troy. Happy birthday to you. How old are you? 2.5.
Wish I could turn back the hands of time. Us in the six, shop for new clothes and kicks. You and me taking flicks, making hits, stages they receive you on. Still can't believe you gone. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you still living your life after death.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Yeah.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
we're at the walk, and some people are like walking back, and we're walking actually at the walk. You know, it's beautiful here. Like, just the environment is just so positive, and like people who are survivors or someone has lost, they tell you keep fighting, and they give you a hand clap. Some people wanted hugs, and just know you're not alone. So it's really beautiful. This walk, it is really beautiful. Look at that. We got Ogina in the back, fiance, and my mom, and my grandma all the way back there. But it's really beautiful walk. I got my sign here, right there. Just a memorial wall.